market pulled back today. The Dow down 23 points.
This is West Delaware Volleyball on Eastern Iowa's high school sports play-by-play leader. Hawks Volleyball from KMCH Sports is brought to you by the KMCH Sports Boosters. Now, with all the action, here's KMCH Sports Director John Swisher.
And thank you very much and welcome in Hyatt Top Pseudo Gymnasium here in Manchester. John Swisher, Joan Salo along with you tonight. We apologize for the late start. Some early technical difficulties here on our end at the gymnasium. 4-3. Xavier has the early lead at this ball game. 7:02 start time in this one. Xavier at 15-22, a 3-1 win over Vinton Schellsburg, getting them into this regional semifinal match here tonight. West Delaware Hawks with a record of 44-2, the number one team in Class 4A. And right now a good start for the Xavier Saints. Joan Salo, 5-3, the early lead.
Yeah, it looks like that Charlotte Richards at that number 18 for Xavier is pretty good. She's a real deal, but I think West Delaware dug themselves their own hole.
As 5-3, here's a serve over, front set across the net. Wegman with a little tap over, and it is out. No good, and Xavier gets another point, 6-3.
Right now, they just need to start focusing on what they do the best. They're playing a little tentative.
So serving it back middle, Xavier, a new head coach last year, second-year head coach Katie Bailey, and Charlotte Richards, the sophomore, smacked it over. This one's bumped, saved by Xavier, a bump over and popped up in the air. Jimmer. Here's Wegman. She gets it over the net, and it's a kill point for the Hawks. Number 15, Maddie Cadillac, could not handle the hot fastball that time. The senior, 6'4", Hawks trailed by 2.
And that time, that was a real Christian Wegman hit. That was a good, strong, hard hit.
The Hawks will serve going right to left. Probably catch him back right corner. She will serve it over. A line drive, middle of the field. The court popped up in the air by libero Amy Overding, the senior. There's a back set. Now a smack over, popped up in the air. 6'4", Hawks trail by 2 early on game 1. Front set, catch him. Here's Wegman. Smacks it over, back row. Popped up in the air by the Saints Cadillac. Here's a hit down the line to the out of bounds on the far side by Ellie McDermott, a sophomore for Sugar Rapids Xavier. And the Hawks are down now by 1, 6-5. Right back corner. Here is Ketchum. Linus back in with her. As this one is hit into the block of the Hawks left side and out of bounds. That's a good block there by Wegman. Went out of bounds, and it'll be a point for Xavier, 7-5. Well, served over by the Saints, number 11, Anna Parr, a sophomore. Popped up in the air. Now a front set. Little tap, running tap over. Bumped by Kleich. Now here's a bump over. Popped up in the air. Front set. Here's a smackdown. There is a hit in as Linus gets to it from a deep position, but cannot get it high enough. And Xavier leading by 3 now, 8-5.
West Delaware is just off a little bit on their heels a little bit. They're not so used to this being hit at as hard as what Xavier's doing right now.
As a back set there, Xavier now on the return. Popped up in the air by Kleich. Front set. Here's a windmill. Half windmill by the freshman Jimmer. Gets it over. Here's Xavier with the return. Popped up in the air by Kleich. Front set across the net. Here's Wegman. Smacks it over. Tips the net on the way over. Now this one hit by the libero Overding, the senior, into the net. And it'll be a Hawks point. They trail by 2, 8-6. A Class 4A team, Xavier, to play predominantly Class 5A competition.
Right, you know, and the thing is, like I said before, West Delaware's dug their own hole. Right now you see them starting to run their own tempo. You see them starting to breathe a little bit. Kleich looked at everybody and said, we're okay. So it's going to be tight.
2-point lead for the Saints. Wegman gets it over. Just a little toss over there. Kleich saves it. Libero here in game 1. There's a smackdown by Linus. Haley Linus, the junior, gets it over the net and sneaks it in the back row, and it's a 1-point Hawk deficit now, 8-7. Head coach Brett Mather in his 20th year at West Delaware. Trying to get back to the state tournament for another year. We'll have one more match on Tuesday, barring a win here tonight. The regional final contest on Tuesday night. This one is a little running tamper now. Popped up in the air by Ketchum. Across the net. Another smack back over there by Lauren Collier, the sophomore. 8-7. Popped up by Fleisch. A bump by Ketchum avoids the line. Now it's hit over. Front set. There's a smack over. A block initially at the net. Oh, what a save, but couldn't get it over. Coming in, the diving dig by Wegman right on the line, but hit the antenna on the far side. And Xavier leads 9-7. Great hustle, great effort, though.
You know, and Wegman gave everything she got on that. You took her own headband off on that one.
Yes, indeed. 9-7 is the 2-point lead. Front set, here's a hit over, and got it in the back row by Claire Timmer, the freshman. As a 9-8 1-point lead now here for Xavier, as Kleitsch will serve back right corner. Mariah Kleitsch in the right back side with Wegman. Back with her. Up front is Linus Hoffman. Here's a hit over. Now Wegman bumps it up to Ketchum. He's set across the net. There is the Linus now. Now a little shiver by Ketchum. Xavier now on the return. As this one's hit over by Wegman. 9-8 the 1-point lead. As this one popped up by Kleitsch. Here's Ketchum. Smacked over Wegman. Xavier now. Front set. Across the net. Hit over by McDermott. Now back set. Here's Linus. Hit and a block. Back on the Hawks side. Nice block up front by number 15, Maddie Kevlik, the senior. And the Saints lead by 2 now, 10-8.
That was a pretty good volley. You know, both teams were hitting at each other. It wasn't just a free ball whole type of game.
Line drive of a hit there by McDermott. Now it's a hard hit by Linus. Blocked back over by number 12, Jessica Callahan, the junior. And another point for the Saints. They lead 11-8 here. As McDermott, the sophomore, will send it over. Here's Hoffman, a block back over. Now a bump in the air twice. Here's Linus, a little tap over. Popped up in the air by the Saints. Front set. And now here is Ketchum. Back set. Collier sends it over. Pops up in the air by McDermott. Back set. Here's a line drive over to Wegman. She hits it in the air. Now the fake set. The toss over by Ketchum. Now back set after return by Xavier. And now there's a hit. The kill down there by Lauren Collier coming on the right side and finding a Xavier player not able to handle that one. It's 11-9.
You can tell that Xavier's been watching a little tape on us, though, because that time with that fake set, that girl got a hand on that ball.
Here's Foots serving from the right back corner. Jade Foots, the junior. Line drives it over. Tough angle, but nice diving dig by McDermott. This is put up in the air by Ketchum. Now Ketchum will smack it over off the set, and the veteran official, Randy Krejci, calls the in-the-net violation called on Xavier. Randy Krejci, the floor official, Steve Walls, is the stand-up referee from Holy Cross. Mr. Krejci from Cedar Rapids. And this one is hit over. Now hit back over. Back set is a little running half windmill by Hoffman. Back set. Here's a hit into the net by Xavier. And the Hawks have battled back and tied this one up at 11. It wasn't easy. It wasn't a good start. Get past it now and play Hawk volleyball.
You can tell by their face, though, that they weren't worried about it. They were ready to get back to business.
This is a little shiver over at the middle of the net, and it's 12-11 in favor of the Hawks as Foots will come back to serve it here, right back corner. 1 point, West Delaware lead. Right to left, Foots. Jump serves it over. Back row, bumped up in the air by McDermott. The toss on the far side out of bounds, and Coach Staley's going to call timeout. We'll take one with them. West Delaware with a 2-point lead, 13-11. Back after this from KMCH Sports.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Visit them on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
A great night out awaits you at Hartridge Golf Course. Join us for Taco Tuesday and our Thursday night specials featuring roasted chicken. Watch the Iowa games with 50-cent wings and drink specials at Hartridge, north of Manchester on 195th Street.
Dunlap Motors in Independence with Chevy Buick and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. They have big town inventory with small town service. Stop and say hi. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence. And go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com. That's DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
And welcome back into Seedorf Gymnasium along with in-studio producers Rob St. John and Rob Edwards on the board tonight. On-site producer Jamie Vasky, thanks for his great efforts here tonight, helping us out with some technical difficulties early on. John and Joan back with you from Seedorf Gymnasium. As 15-11, the Hawks have stormed back, down by as much as 4 or 5 early on. Now they lead, but violation called. Now a hit by Xavier, a kill there. Not able to be handled on the far side of the Hawks, and the Hawks lead 15-12.
Yeah, you know, that was a 5-point run by Jake Putz for her serving, and she's leading the Hawks with the aces, but she didn't need aces. She did some good defense on that.
Yes, indeed, as there's a point for Hoffman as she gets the smack down there, a 4-point lead, 16-12. Linus is back right side to serve. As this one is line jives over, popped up in the air by the Saints, back set, right corner, going to hit it over the Saints, and a front set, Wegman now. Gets it over past the block, bumped up by McDermott. Now just a push over the middle of the floor to Ketchum. Bumped up by Putz. Ketchum now lines it over. Fielded by the libero, Overding, the senior. Here's a hard hit down the line. Is trying to get to Linus. That was Charlotte Richards, a sophomore. For Katie Bailey, the head coach, played her college ball at St. Ambrose, an Indianola native. Her second year here at Cedar Rapids Xavier. She teaches at Regis in the Xavier district. As the Regis Field High School, Regis and LaSalle combined to make Xavier almost 20 years ago. As this one is a smack down the back row, it was Ketchum getting the kill down that time. The Hawks lead by 4, 17-13, and into serve into the game for the first time is Liz Kolak, the junior, will serve it over here right to left.
The nice thing about the offense right now is they're taking themselves off of Ketchum, so she's going to score some points tonight. Axel will tap over Xavier. Now Putz gets it. Ketchum hits it at block. Boy, you just know this game, right? I'm on it, John. There's a missed hit out of bounds, and Hawks have the 5-point lead, 18-13. Here's Kolak serving it over. It's popped up in the air. Bump set. Now a little tap over. Ketchum got a fingernail on it. Now it's hit off the set by Ketchum. Here is Dimmer. Back set. Here's a left-handed hit. That wasn't pretty. Boy, did they get the job done. Yeah. And couldn't get there in time. Coming from the back row was Linus or Putz. It was Putz coming up. Yeah. It was Putz not able to get there. An 18-14, a 4-point lead as Fikes comes back in, playing the libero wearing the orange jersey, while the rest of the Hawks have their black on here tonight. On a Halloween theme, there's going to be out of bounds called by the near sideline official, Mr. Bradley, as the Halloween theme costume get up galore on the far side with the West Delaware student section. But they're in good hands. They got the 2 security members right in front. The Cousins are right there and keeping everybody under control. This is a push back. Oh, just out. Good eagle eye there by Kleitz. That was awesome. Like I said, every time she follows the ball, she puts her feet on that line. It's going to have to hit her feet. And now Ketchum will serve it over right to left. Hawks lead by 4, 6 points away from taking game 1. 19-15. Last meeting between these two teams resulted in a Hawks state tournament berth, as this is short arm into the net by Ketchum, 19-15. November 5th, 2013. On a Tuesday night, the Hawks defeated Cedar Rapids Xavier in Dyersville, Beckman High School, 3-1. They were 37-6 that year, lost to Assumption in the first round of state, as this one is hit in the back middle, not able to get there as a Xavier Saint, and getting a kill point that time is the sophomore Lauren Collier. Hawks lead by 4, 5 points away. The Hawks are finding the holes right now. They're starting to get that look in their eye going, you know what, we got this. Wegman now smacks it over from the back row. Here is a running tap. Now a block over by Collier. Front set, right, left to right. Here's a tap over by the Saints. Now the
Little shiver up the set there by Ketchum to the freshman Claire Dimmer. And again, she continues to shine. The kill that time for Dimmer. And boy, has she improved here from when she first started getting some varsity playing time a month ago.
Yeah, does not look like a freshman anymore. She's playing with some good experience-looking moves.
Here is Ketchum in the middle. Gets a little quick set to Wegman. And here we have a violation called in the net. Yep, on Xavier, called by the veteran official Randy Creechy from Cedar Rapids, 22-16.
I think it was number 15, Maddie Cadillac. It's hard to see their numbers. Sorry, John, I can't get numbers to you.
That's all right. There's it. One trickles over the net. McDermott went the wrong way. You just love that kind of serve.
I'll take it on our side.
Yes, you will. 23-16. You don't give those back. Wegman not giving anything back as their team leads by 7. This is West Delaware Volleyball. You're listening to it, KMCH Sports.
AK Sports in Manchester offers team apparel, screen printing, hunting and fishing supplies, and more. Get your game on with AK Sports, your local sporting apparel store, and more in Manchester.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
Jude's Cafe in Manchester would like to congratulate the West Delaware volleyball team on a fantastic season. Jude's Cafe opens 7 days a week and serves breakfast at noon lunch. Best of luck to the West Delaware volleyball team from everyone at Jude's Cafe in Manchester. Go Hawks!
And along with Joan Salo, John Swisher back with you. To Cedar Gymnasium, 23-17, a serve out. Now Xavier gets it right back. They serve out of bounds, and it's game point for the Hawks here in game number 1. Hoffman goes back in for Claire Dimmer, the freshman, as it's Collier, Linus, and Hoffman up front. Kleitz will serve it over. 24-17, Hawks lead after down early in this game. As there's a hit, Hoffman blocked back over by Xavier, number 13, Lexi Noonan, the junior that time. And the Hawks lead by 6. They're 1 point away from claiming this set number 1, 24-18. McDermott will serve it over for the back middle. Here's a back set. Little tap on the run by Hoffman. Now back set, right side. This one hit over by Noonan. Popped up in the air by Kleitz. Front set, catch him right to left. Here's Linus. This one popped up in the air by Richards, the sophomore. Hit back over by Xavier. Front set, right middle to left corner. Linus. A tip by Callahan, the junior. Now a hard hit off the left hand of Collier. It goes to the ground. A valiant effort by Kleitz. Couldn't get there. And it's 24-19 as Xavier hanging around here.
Yeah, they're hanging around because the West Delaware Hawks need to close their blocks a little bit. And that's what Brett's out there telling them to do.
This one's popped up in the air now. Front set right to left. Here's Linus off the hand of Noonan. And that will be how game number 1 comes to a close. Hawks win 25-19. A 6-point win here in game number 1. There's the Hawks advance on to game number 2 with a 1-0 lead as we'll come back, get you ready for the second set. This is West Delaware Volleyball from KMCH Sports.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
For over a century, Anderson has been helping families make their homes brighter, more comfortable, and more beautiful. They do it by making quality windows and doors, setting the bar high and raising it day after day, year after year, making Anderson the leader in doors and windows. Contact local vendor Delhi Lumber at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, has big town quality with small town service.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply free checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking at one of our 7 locations or online at csbiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Jay's Auto Supercenter on the Greater East End of Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Bonacamp Murdoch Funeral Home and Cremation Services would like to congratulate the West Delaware volleyball team on their winning season. Bonacamp Murdoch Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Manchester, proud to support the West Delaware Hawks volleyball team and wish them continued success.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
Does your athlete have knee, ankle, or muscle pain from training hard? Are you looking for a simple, quick, and safe way to relieve that pain? Long-Term Medical Supply can help with their new non-prescription TENS device. Stop by the Long-Term Medical Supply location in downtown Manchester and relieve your athlete's pain today.
And welcome back into Seagate Gymnasium. John and Jones back with you. We're underway here in game number 2. As this is a hit across the net by Xavier. Bumped around, catch him. Now a hit to the back row, McDermott from Linus. Back set. From the near far out of bounds line. That didn't make sense. From the far out of bounds line. Hello. Back set. Here's a running swat over. No, keeping alive the Hawks. A lift violation wanted by Coach Bailey. No can do. Here's a swat over. Bumped it there by Kleitch. Front set. Here's Wegman hitting it over. The pin falls off her face and falls out of bounds. And the Hawks take the early lead 1-0.
You know, I'd have to say that all three of those might have been close to being called that, but he let them all go.
So a 20-minute game number 1. Hawks winning 25-19. They lead 1-0 here, front set. This one's hit over by Richards, sophomore. Across the net, hit, block, tapped up in the air and under the net, though. And the Hawks lead 2-0. West Delaware 44-2, number 1 in 4A. Grandpa Xavier 15-22, unranked. As this one falls down on Xavier's side, Hawks get the point.
Got a little bit of luck going on this time.
As now left corner is Kleitch. 3-0, Hawks lead. Line drives it to the near side. McDermott played it. This one short arm into the net off the hands of Richard, the sophomore. And it's a 4-0 lead here for the Hawks. As Kleitch serving, back left corner. Kleitch. And the redo is she
didn't like her toss.
Yep. She let it go. You can do that how many times? Once.
And we talked about that, too, that they need to do that. Yeah. They don't like their toss.
Good decision by the senior. This one's pushed over. Kleitch diving all the way up front. And she cannot get a clean handle on it. Hits it out of bounds. 4-1. That's one thing we'll know. And it's usually the liberos, but especially Mariah Kleitch. She always gets on the floor.
She is. She's not afraid of diving for anything. That girl's probably pretty sore every morning after a game.
Back set. Here's a hard hit over by Xavier. Now a wallop to the back row. Can't get there is Wegman. And Xavier has their second point of the second set here as 4-2. Hawks lead by 2. Serving it over is Jessica Callahan, a junior. Right to left. Here's Linus, a hard hit, but it's blocked at the net on the far side by Anna Parr, a sophomore. One of the 5 sophomores on the roster here for Cedar Rapids Xavier. 5 seniors, 2 juniors, those 5 sophomores, 2 freshmen, 14 on the squad. Hawks have 17, 8 seniors, 7 juniors, 1 sophomore, 1 freshman. Here's a smackdown by Hoffman out the back row, though, and no touch up front. And Hoffman came with authority that time, just too hard out the back end.
Yeah, she didn't snap her wrist quite a little bit, so it was almost a home run for her.
We're tied at 4. As front set, here's a hit over by Hoffman. Now a back set. Little one-hand flare over by Xavier. Now a push over by Ketchum. At the net, front set. Here's a wallop over and got it to go through the block, over the block. That was Richards, the sophomore. She's the leading kill artist on this team. 269 coming in, 3 per set.
I'd say that's pretty good for a sophomore.
Yeah, not too shabby. This one's walked it over from a knee, bumping up his Linus. Here's a kill by Collier. It's just got it over the fingertips of a Xavier St. that time.
And Collier just says back at you. You know, she's only a sophomore too, and when you look at her stats aren't going to be as good as that other sophomore, but when you look at the people above her, we've got every single girl scoring on this team.
McDermott up front. Now here's a hit over and out of bounds. Off the right hand of Parr, the sophomore. Hawks lead by a point now again, 6-5. Now right back corner is Brooks. She'll send it over. Pops up in the air by McDermott. Back set. Here's a hit over. Pops up in the air by Clyde. Now Wegman off the set by Ketchum. Diving big there. Laying out for that one, but could not get there in time. Was the Xavier St. on the far side. That's Jessica Callahan, the junior. Hawks lead by 2-7-5. Puts a little serve back right corner.
You know, and I think she was waiting for Wegman to hit that a little harder.
This one's a back set. Hit hard and off the block and out of bounds. Linus and Ketchum, check that Hoffman were there. It goes off their hands and out of bounds. And now serving, back right side will be Lexi Noonan, the junior.
Fights was in the right position on the back row, but it just went the wrong way for her.
So it's hit over, puts there, front set. Ketchum, hard hit by Linus, blocked back over by the Saints. Now a hit over, back row. Ketchum found it. Snuck it in the back, 7-6.
Every single one of Xavier's girls stayed on the floor because they thought she was going to set it. She went up like she was going to set it, twisted in the air, and made a beautiful shot.
And now Randy Krejci was called over to the scores table for some type of
looks like they're trying to call him out of rotation.
And now Randy is going to have a word with Katie Bailey. Now he changed directions, going over to talk to Coach Mather first.
Carla's telling the coach that you're out of rotation because the wrong person must have served right before that.
So Linus,
now I'm not sure what's going to go on.
The points didn't change though.
Didn't.
So is it a warning?
They might have been overlapped standing.
Okay. 7-6. Here's a back set and a hit over by Xavier. Pinballed around. Now Wegman sends it back row. McDermott gets her hands on it, pops it up in the air. Now here is Richard, smacked over by Callahan. Front set. Right to left. There's Wegman. Down the line, you betcha. Just the line on the far side. And the Hawks have their 8 point, 8-6. Now Coach Mather coming over and asking Coach Mr. Krejci to check something here. Make sure now it's right. There must have been a point given to the Hawks.
Yeah.
So it's 9-6. 3-point lead. Hawks lead the match 1-0. This one is hit over by Linus off the serve. Front set now blocked by Hoffman. Over. Hit by Parr. Now Wegman gets out of the way. Gets it back from Ketchum. Just a little dink over. Now bumped up in the air. McDermott swats it over. Here's Linus. Ketchum. Now Wegman with a hard swat down. It was blocked initially up front. It changed the direction out of the path of Lexi Noonan. She dove. Could not get there. Hawks lead by 4, 10-6.
You know, and the nice thing about having Wegman and Hoffman in the front row with them is that they have Carly up there, too. They have to watch Carly because she's going to score.
Linus now just a little push over, two-handed style on the far side by Callahan. Now here's a pop back over by Wegman. Front set, here Callahan. Now Richards smacks it over. Puts. Now a little shiver by Ketchum. Right there is McDermott. Here's a back set from the middle. Running little toss, but short on it. Did Noonan into the net. And the Hawks have the 5-point lead. Coach Bailey wants a timeout. Timeout it is. 11-6. Hawks have the 5-point lead. We'll take a break. We're back after this with KMCH Sports.
Whatever your favorite sport, we know you will join Parrott Insurance and Grinnell Mutual in supporting all of our local athletes. Parrott Insurance is proud to be part of this community and looks forward to catching all of the sports action this year. If you want a strong insurance team working for you, call Parrott Insurance today for a quote from Grinnell Mutual and experience our policy of working together.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Your family. It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
And welcome back into Seago Gymnasium. Here's a little tap over. The Hawks served it and a par from the near side, almost out of bounds. The sophomore just hit it over, and the Hawks with a 4-point lead. Xavier will serve right to left. Charlotte Richards, the sophomore.
Kind of a fun atmosphere here tonight because they've got the whole scoreboard going with the number of kills for the girls up on the scoreboard. We've got a huge crowd for West Delaware tonight, both student and parents and fans.
Yes, and the community members, past parents, a lot of folks out here tonight. There's a set that goes over the head of Hoffman, could not get there, and Xavier leading here, trailing here, 11-8. Hawks have the 3-point lead. As serving now is Lexi Noonan, the junior. There's a mix-up on that. She is supposed to be serving, not Richards. And now a hit over the set. Smacked over by Parr and found the near side. Boy, that was a funky looking hit. From right corner to right corner. Linus didn't have a chance. Hoffman was up towards the middle. That was a nice placement of that ball.
Yep, and I'm hoping that Steve watches the placement of their hands when they're pushing those soft hits because it's almost a carry.
As this one popped up in there, now the side shiver over. Carly Ketchum style by Callahan. This one spot back over the Saints. Front set, here's Wagman with the smackdown on top of the net. It bounces over. Now here is a toss over by Richards. Wegman pops it over. 11-9, the 2-point lead for the Hawks. Here's McDermott. We have a whistle. Mr. Walls calls a 2-hit violation, double hit style, called on the Saints. And the Hawks at the point and ball 12-9 as Hoffman and Kleitz go out. Liz Kolak back in to serve up front. It is Dimmer, Ketchum, and Wegman in the middle. Linus and Putz. Back set. Little tap at the net over the defending blockers, but right there, great job by Putz. Bumping it over is Linus. Front set. Right to left. Smack down. That's out of bounds. You betcha. Good call, but the near side official. 12-9.
You know, and right, Xavier almost started celebrating that they didn't see Putz behind that block and how well she dug that up.
As 13-9 make that after that point. Bumped up in the air. Now a push over by Maddie Kavlik. The senior hit hard in the net by Demmertz. Comes back on the block. Ketchum to Reichman. The smack down left corner to far left back side McDermott. The sophomore could not handle the fastball that time. Hawks lead by 5, 14-9.
You know, and Denver did a nice job when she hit into that block. She popped her own ball back up after the block. That's confidence.
Yes, indeed. As this one is another point for the Hawks. Hit out of bounds by Xavier, 15-9.
You know, I think that West Delaware is wearing them down. They're starting to look a little more tired. They're starting to look a little more red-faced.
As this one's hit off the net by Parr, popped up by Putz. Front center in the middle of the court, smacked over by Linus. Here's the back set. Out from the corner, little tapper. Got it to go again.
Very nice.
Linus trying to come up, could not get there that time again. Boy, just the angle of that ball, almost going straight sideways, but somehow getting over the net.
Yeah, that was nice placement by Parr. That was definitely a smart move.
15-10, Hawks lead by 5 still. This one is tossed over off the serve by Richards. And here's going to be a hit by the Hawks there. They get the point on the far side of the net. And I think we need a point. Should be 16-11. Or did we get one too many before? 15-11 is what they have up there. As here's a back set. A hit over off the block now. Linus. Now they have 4. Now they have 16. I was going to say. As this one pounds down right in front of McDermott. And now it should be 17-10, and it is.
Linda will get him straightened out.
Yes. Jeff Harris doing a fine job. Just need to catch up a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. And he's looking at Linda going 16, you know. So.
Sure, he's still thinking about those Rangers in the playoffs. As I am about the Cubs time to time. 17-10, here's a bump over. At the net by Dibber. Pops up in the air. There's a front set. Now a hit into the net. Short on there by Parr. And the Hawks have the 8-point lead. Coach Bailey, I thought she was going to call a timeout, but she's letting her team play through this.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes as a coach you do. You need to let them play through it. And Parr knows that she needs to place it a little bit better. You know, she had a good swing on it. She just needs to make sure she gets it in play.
Ketchum will serve it over. Pumped up from the middle. Now a side set. Here's McDermott hitting it over. Pops up back row, but over the net by Linus. Back set. Here's Parr sending to the back row and out. Out the back side and wanting a tip is Coach Bailey. Asking for a tip. No can do.
Ball didn't move. Ball didn't change direction. Did you see a change?
No, doesn't look like it.
We're up here. We can see everything.
From our angle, yes, we see everything. As you remind people that usually there's a tap over. Front set. Windmill. Bimmer walks back over, though. There by Richards, I believe.
That was number 7. I got her hand up.
Oh, okay. I was looking at a whole different girl then. I thought got a piece of that one, but it's 19-11 either way. Here's a hit off the net. It pinballs around off of 2 defenders on the far side for Xavier. The Hawks lead by 9 now, 20-11. Coach Katie Bailey, assisted by Sarah Farron. Jeff Walker, an Anamosa native, an old Anamosa volleyball coach. She's Cedar Rapids Xavier now, a second stint back at Xavier. Kathy Berkey and Jenny Murtha. This one's popped back over, bumped up in the air, now bumped over by Linus. Here's a front set right to left. McDermott just able to pop it over, and Collier could not get a quick clean hit on that ball. That was like a knuckleball coming over. It went up in the air and coming back down slow. And Collier was thrown off a bit by that one. 20-12, the 8-point lead here for the Hawks. They lead the match 1-0.
Yeah, she got nice fingers on it and popped it up. We just couldn't get to it.
Here's a hard smack down to the back row. That was Collier sneaking in the back corner, and it's 21-12.
That was a very nice line shot, and she just thought, I let that point down. I'm going to get another one back now.
Back middle is Kleitch. The libero here in game 1. Two will serve it over from the dig. Getting it over, Hoffman. Now back set from the middle. Wegman hits it off the set by Ketchum. Front set, little tap over, trickles over the net, and Kleitch cannot get there. And the point for the Saints, 21-13.
Very nice tip by McDermott. She had a nice tip. She saw that there was an opening over by the 10-foot line.
Back right side, here is McDermott lining it over, the sophomore. From the middle, McDermott off the hit by Linus. Front set across the net, hard. Smacked down there by Richards. The sophomore, once again, she comes in leading the way by over 100 in the kills department, 269. The next closest is Ellie McDermott, 162. How'd you like that? Both of your...
She's their go-to, isn't she?
Yeah, they don't have a kill artist down the chart until you get to the number 6 girls. Sophomore, junior. They have a lot coming back next
year. They really do. They have a lot of size. They have a lot of athleticism. They're moving around the floor pretty good.
Hawks get another point. They lead now by 8, 22-14. 3 points away from going up 2-0. To the left corner, had that one smacked down, not able to get there is Wegman. As Richards another point there, 22-15, 7-point lead.
And right now they're finding the holes in the blocks too.
Right to left, this one's popped over now. Ketchum from her knees, Ketchum with the set, I should say. Linus now gets it over. There's just a fingertip tap over in the middle. Kleitch got on the floor but cannot get it high enough as it goes rolling under the net, 22-16 now.
Well, and Noonan swung pretty hard at that. She mishit it.
Pumps up in the air by Putz. Here's the front set. Just a one-hand twist by Wegman. It got the job done right in the breadbasket. As get out your dinner rolls tonight.
Both teams are going for that tonight.
We haven't seen too many of them fall to this point.
Yeah, there's good coverage on both sides.
Yeah, there. Line drive over. McDermott now a back set. Woo! As Linus, nice hit over as she protected the self-defense there of her face that time. This one, Ketchum sneaks in the back corner. And the Hawks are 1 point away. Coach Bailey does not want to give up here in set number 2. As the Hawks are a point away, she takes a timeout. We'll take it with them. This is Hawks Volleyball from KMCH Sports.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Sheer Magic has 3 full-time stylists and a nail tech, plus airbrush makeup, making them your full-service salon in Manchester. Sheer Magic is accepting new clients, and walk-ins are welcome. Come into Sheer Magic today at 813 East Main in Manchester, or call 563-927-4120 to make your appointment today. Go Hawks!
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Yeah, welcome back into Seagull's Gymnasium. John and Joe back with you. 1 point away are the Hawks. Front set, here's Parr, pops it over. Saved by Kleitz. Front set, Wegman sends it over and got it in the bread basket that time. Couldn't get there. Was a Saint, and the Hawks win game 2, 25-16. They're a game victory away from getting back to another regional final, taking on the winner of Independence Waterloo East next Tuesday night. As we will take a break, get ready for game 3 here. West Delaware leads the match 2-0 on this Region 6 semifinal. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager of Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at 4browns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
Jude's Cafe in Manchester would like to congratulate the West Delaware volleyball team on a fantastic season. Jude's Cafe opens 7 days a week and serves breakfast and noon lunch. Best of luck to the West Delaware volleyball team from everyone at Jude's Cafe in Manchester. Go Hawks!
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
And welcome back in at Seagull's Gymnasium inside West Delaware High School here in Manchester, back in the studios of KMCH on East Main Street. Rob St. John, our newest voice that you'll be hearing, and helping us out with sports broadcast here. Rob Edwards helping out tonight as well. John Swisher, Joe Salo back with you here as the Hawks lead 2-0. As the Hawks getting the first 2 ends, 25-19 in 20 minutes, 25-16, 18 minutes. 2-0 lead here as we venture into game number 3 after that shaky start. Xavier came out with a lot of firepower. They were jacked. The Hawks, I don't want to say flat, but just they weren't themselves coming out here in that game 1. We've seen the return of themselves. No Halloween costumes now. They're all their true self.
Yeah, you know, and the thing is, they kind of dug themselves their own hole with their own mistakes. Xavier was hitting hard, but we just would not do our own thing either. So it's nice to see them back.
As this one is hit over by Hoffman. Now Xavier pops it back over. Underway here in game number 3. Tap over by Wegman, and a missed hit on the far side. As Xavier hits out of bounds, Hawks will get the point 1-0. As the winner of the Independence Waterloo East match will be the opponent for the winner of this one, which right now looks like to be West Delaware. Still got to win one more game here in this match here tonight. As that regional final will be next Tuesday night. They changed the site from the original site of Delhi, Maquoketa Valley High School. It's now at Irvine Tuesday night. So if the Hawks win tonight, they'll be playing at Irvine against either Independence or Waterloo East. We'll have all the coverage here starting around 6:50 on Tuesday night from Irvine. Barring the Hawks hang on and win tonight. Another point for the Hawks here. 2-0. Puts will lock this one over in the middle of the court. Pops up. Now just a swat down. A hard one-hand fister there by Jessica Callahan, the junior, hit it to the back row.
Yeah, she took a little bit out of Ketchum's book to do that. She got up pretty high on that and got a nice solid hit with her right hand.
And here is the front set. Linus sending it over the back row. Got it in. Nice job by Linus. 3-1 now.
Lost the light somewhere.
Yes, we did. I was going to say. I only wanted to notice that. As this one is line drive over. Popped up. Front set. Here's a hard hit. Block. Now back over. Xavier now. We'll hit it down the line. And Linus hits it. There's self-defense. Bumps it behind her and out of bounds. Slight did we lose?
This row right here? That was weird.
They're all. Did they come right back?
They went down. We didn't lose them. They just went down. That was weird. Poltergeist. It's Halloween.
Oh, yes. And from the middle, here's Linus. Line drives it over. 3-2 Hawks by 1. Here's the swat. Bumped up in the air by Ketchum. Now a bump. Pass up front. Ketchum from Kleitsch. Ketchum swats it over. Now Xavier trying to sit it. He can't. They hit it out of bounds.
They're really not used to having a setter be that effective on offense. You know, they're kind of strolling along the net here, trying to keep hold of our two best hitters, and then you got Ketchum coming in the mix here. They're just not used to seeing that.
This one sent over. Front set in the middle. There's a swat. And now it's been balled around. A push over by Ketchum back row. Saved up in the air by Richards. And now hitting his par from out of bounds. Diving dig by Linus. Puts it up in the air. Here is Wegman. Pops it over. Now here's a swat. Diving effort by Kolak from the back row. A one-hand attempt to not get there. An all-out dive by Liz. Valiant effort. And it will be Xavier point in the ball. 4-3, the 1-point Hawk lead.
Yeah, that was a great effort. That was a great effort by Liz. She did a nice job trying to get to that ball.
Here is a swat over by Wegman. Front set, left side. McDermott goes for the hard hit for the block. Ketchum right there with their left hand. Swatted that one back on Xavier's side. The Hawks lead by 2, 5-3.
That's what you call a block with authority. She put that down, straight down for a block kill.
And now Ketchum serving for the right back corner. And that is hit by McDermott. Diving dig by Ketchum. Cannot get there that time. The ball sails out of bounds. It's 5-4.
Yeah, Ketchum got caught herself back too far on defense on that one.
And this one is swatted over by the Hawks. On the return, Xavier. Pop to the back row. Linus, Ketchum. Wegman tracks it over. Hit up in the air by the libero Oberding. Now just a little toss over. Ketchum off of Ketchum to Kleitsch, I should say. Now Wegman hits it too hard out of bounds on the far side. And we're tied up here in game 3, 5-5.
You know, Wegman's not using a lot of power tonight. She's using a lot of placement tonight, and she's being very effective with it.
And this one is sent over. Back set. Right corner. Here's Parr. Sending up in the air is Ketchum. Here's a bump to the left corner. Wegman with the toss to the back row. Popped up in the air. Now front set across the net. McDermott for the swat. Kleitsch is there. Ketchum. A little half windmill by Dimmer. Hit into the net. Now hit out of bounds by Xavier. Hawks have the 1-point lead. 6-5.
I think we'll give her a kill on that. That was a pretty nice play.
And Wegman will be back to serve. Back right corner. Brett Mather, 20th year at West Delaware. 22nd overall. Trying to get another team to the state tournament. Still looking for that coveted first ever state championship, of course, as this is a hit to the back row by Callahan. Sneaks it in. Jenna Clement and Shea Putz, the assistant coaches.
Brett was looking at Haley Linus going, you know that's your ball. That's your girl.
As now they hit back over, and Xavier, 4 girls there, but no one talked for it, and it fell right in between them. The Hawks get the point. They lead by 1 now, 7-6.
Yeah, Linus placed that nicely right over the block's hands.
And now into the net, and a push over there by Linus. Front set across the net. McDermott, one little tapper. Pinballs off of the front row girls for the Hawks. Linus gets it over. Now Xavier getting it back over in the form of McDermott. Front set, catch him. Here's Linus. Hits to the back row. Pops up in the air. 7-6 is a front set across the net. Here is McDermott getting it over. Wegman pops it up in the air. Bump up by Kleitch. And here is Linus sending it over. Now we have whistles before McDermott hit it. A double hit violation called on Xavier. Hawks get the point of the ball. They lead by 2, 8-6 here. As we approach the midway stages of game number 3, Hawks lead the match 2-0. This one sent over, out, back, off the serve. Missed serve there by Wegman, and it's 8-7.
That's one thing she needs to work a little bit extra on in practice to try to get that. She's trying to hit that deep line, which is very commendable because it's a darn good serve, but it's just falling a little short tonight.
This one is
out of bounds by Linus there.
They hit too far on the far side, and we're tied at 8 again. And the Hawks get a point on the missed serve by Xavier. It's 9-8. Hawks. Puts is in the serve. This one's line drive over. McDermott pops it up in the air, back set. There's a swat over. Pops it up in the air, front set. Catch him. Here's Linus. A block back over to Hoffman. Hoffman, now Wegman. Here's Ketchum. We'll smack it to the back row. McDermott's here. Pops it up in the air. Leaves it for Callahan. Nice. A block. Ketchum sent it right back where it came from off the right hand of Lexi Noonan, the junior. And the Hawks lead by 2 today.
Yeah, her timing is amazing on that right side for the block.
Now right back corner is Putz. Jay, the jump serve. Sent to the middle of the floor. McDermott backs up and pops it up in the air on the pump. Here is a hit over. 10 prongs around. Now a little shiver by Ketchum. Got it. Back row. Carly Ketchum with the late night shiver there. As the back row shiver. Man, she doesn't usually go long distance.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't usually push to that back row. She usually goes for that bread basket. She's trying to move herself up in the stats there for Kelly.
Betcha, there is Putz getting that one over a timeout. A timeout here called by Bailey, and 12-8, the 4-point lead. We'll take a breather as well. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare, close to home.
At Telke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as a great incentive at TelkeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new, pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Telke Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
GMB Bank in Manchester is proud to support all area athletes and their communities. The GMB team is your connection to convenient banking and everyday time savers, like your debit card, online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. Connect with a financial partner who truly understands your needs. GMB Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back into Cedar Gymnasium. Hawks lead 13-8. There's a block at the net by Carly Ketchum, the senior for the Hawks. There's a little shiver by Ketchum again. It's popped up in the air by McDermott. Nothing doing there. The Hawks trying to return. Now a hit over by Parr, and she gets the kill point there. Anna Parr, the sophomore, as Spikes came back from the back row and was not able to get to it. 13-9, the 4-point lead. We're midway through this game number 3. Hawks lead the match 2-0 in this Region 6 semifinal. The winner gets a winner of Independence Waterloo East in Owine next Tuesday night. As this one's hit out of bounds, Haley Linus will be serving it from the back right corner, 14-9.
They're keeping our little ball girls busy tonight. They're running after balls all over the place.
They're getting their workout.
They are.
This one's hit in the net, now popped back by Callahan, pushed over by McDermott. Here's Ketchum, sends it over, skipped at the net. Now McDermott will push it over, now send it up in the rafters. Did Linus push, finding it, now Linus bumps it over, and they get it over after the rafter ball. Here's a little hit from the middle, front set, Ketchum. Now Wegman pops it over. A push back over from Xavier. Getting up in the air is Putz. Now Hoffman to Wegman. Little dink over the net left side, but Right there are the Saints. McDermott popping over is Richards. Hoffman off the hand of Libero. Oberding, and the Hawks lead by 6 now, 15-9.
Yeah, it's definitely important when you have a long run like that, a long volleyball like that. You need to make sure that you're the one that comes out on top.
As this one line drive over by Linus. Front set. Here is the hit over by Richards. A diving effort by Kleitz right in front of the sideline judge, and not able to get a clean handle on that ball. It's a 5-point lead, 15-10.
She definitely really is the real deal. That girl can hit. As a sophomore, to hit that hard and know where she's going with it, I'm pretty impressed.
As Wegman swats it over from her knees, popping up in the air is Richards, and then bounds off the par, goes out of bounds. Hawks lead by 6, 16-10. This Kolak is in for Hoffman. Kleitz comes out. Up front, it's Dimmer, Wegman, Ketchum in the middle, Puts, and Linus. Line driving it over is Kolak. Now popped up in the air. McDermott now right side. Push over. Diving effort from Linus. Could not get there in time. And it's 16-10.
Kolak is showing her value to the team right now. Her serves are a very nice knuckleball almost. You know, it kind of wiggles when it's in the air.
And now a point for the Hawks as it bounced down out of bounds from a Xavier hit, and Ketchum will serve back right corner. 17-11, 6-point lead. Hawks are 8 points away from winning this one 3-0 and improving the record to 45-2, the number 1 team in Class 4A. Here's McDermott sending it to the back row. Linus cannot get there as from left corner to right back corner. 17-12 now, 5-point advantage.
She's another very strong presence in the front row as a sophomore.
Only a sophomore, yeah. Second leading hitter on the team, Ellie McDermott. This one sent over by the Hawks, and a point for them. Who got that one?
That was that fake set again
by
Ketchum. Only it went long on it went angled, and the girl touched it by accident, and it worked.
6-point lead now for the Hawks. 18-12. Line drive in the top of the net. Wegman got a missed serve. Frustrated herself there.
It did. That's her third in a row now. I think, you know, and that does frustrate a girl. But now she needs to shake it off and get back in the game.
And now sent over off the libero, Amy Oberding's right hand. Hit by Xavier. Ketchum pops it up in the air. Bumped by Kleitz. Now Ketchum will send it back row out of bounds. Too far out the backside. The 4-point lead for the Hawks. 18-14. We get to the late phase of this game, number 3.
Right now they need to go back to their tempo. They're playing at Xavier's tempo, and it's going back and forth a little too much.
As this one to the net. Front set. A little doink over there by the freshman.
I'm going to give you that word tonight. That was a doink.
Oh, you don't usually do it?
Not usually.
Thanks a lot.
That was a good doink.
19-14, 5-point lead.
Placed it well.
There's a line driver over off the hands of the libero. Kleitz bumped around now as a quick return from Xavier. Hit down the line and got it in there. Linus. And Coach Bailey wants a timeout. It's 20-14. Hawks are 5 points away from getting back to the regional final. And we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
When the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
And welcome back into Cedar Gymnasium inside West Delaware High School. John and Joan back with you on this regional semifinal night, this Thursday night, as a line drive over by Parr and in the sophomore is not able to get there from the back row. Ketchum and Wegman. It's 20-15. Hawks are 5 points away from getting to a regional final Tuesday night in Oldline against the winner of the Independence match tonight, which likely would be Independence. The top 15 ranked team for a majority of the season. Take on Waterloo East tonight at home in Indy. Here's a running pushover by Ketchum. Xavier now. Across the net, set, block back over, pinballs around, but bumping it over is Noonan. Now the Hawks with the return. Oh, nothing was called. A lift or shift on by everybody in West Delaware colors.
On a hard hit, you're not supposed to call that, though. So.
As they push over, so right call from veteran officials.
Yeah.
This one is off the hands of Ketchum down, and another point for Xavier, 20-16. And we do have two of the best officials around, in my opinion. Steve Walls from Holy Cross, a stand-up official, college volleyball official. Randy Krejci has been a long time repping volleyball in the girls' union, as Randy's the floor official tonight from Cedar Rapids.
Very fun, positive guy.
Absolutely. This one's hit under the net by Ketchum. 3-point lead, 20-17 McDermott. As here's a front set. Little swat over. Then ball around. Back set. Here's a hit by Parr in the middle. Diving effort there by Ketchum. Front set. Little tap. That's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks have their 21st point. 21-17. The 4-point lead, and the Hawks are down to 4 points away.
You know, and Xavier's not just sitting down and letting it go. They're playing some good ball right now.
As this one popped up in the air from the middle, trickles over the net. Hoffman did not get the block, and now Putz thought she saved it for the pancake, but it hit the court, says Mr. Walls, and Xavier's only 3 points away now, 21-18.
Putz still thinks she got it, so.
This one, line drives over, hit sideways, catch him from a knee. Now Linus pops it over one hand in the air. Back set, hit to the far side, Putz is there. Front set, Linus off the set by Ketchum. Popped up in the air now, McDermott. Here is a hit down the line, not able to get there in time. Is Putz by Charlotte Richards, the sophomore, and a timeout for Coach Mather. 21-19, Hawks. We'll talk some things over, and we'll take a break. This is West Delaware Volleyball, KMCH Sports.
Bonenkamp Murdoch Funeral Home and Cremation Services would like to congratulate the West Delaware volleyball team on their winning season. Bonenkamp Murdoch Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Manchester, proud to support the West Delaware Hawks volleyball team and wish them continued success.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Hi, this is Shannon, owner of Sheer Hecke Salon and Spa in Manchester, located at 214 West Marion Street. Book your appointment now to get that full spa experience. Call 563-608-4999. Best of luck to all you athletes.
21-19 is our score. A little shiver by Ketchum, nobody around. The libero came up, Overding, and again, Ketchum has it working tonight. 22-19. The line drive over, popped up in the air, now back set. There's a hit over to Putz. Front set, left corner, Ketchum to Wegman, pinballs around off of two blockers up front. Back set, here's Parr spinning over, and she laces it down. Diving effort going left to right was Fleich. Could not get there in time, and it's a 2-point Hawk lead, 22-20. Back middle now, serving it will be Richards. The jump serve for the middle of the sophomore leading offensive player. Here again is the shiver. It was hit by Richards that time, but out of bounds, and it's 23-20. Hawks are 2 points away.
You know, and that deep shiver for her tonight has worked very well. She's gone deep just about every single time tonight. They're covering the breadbasket pretty well.
Yes, indeed. Not many dinner rolls, not brown gravy tonight.
We're going to go home hungry.
This one sent over. McDermott could not get there. It lands down behind the back row, and now the West Delaware faithful are on their feet. A good majority of them smelling it. Birth to the regional final Tuesday night in Oilwine. Here's a line drive over. Hawks game and match point here, 24-20. This one, though, delayed by Richards, the sophomore, keeping Xavier around 24-21.
Yeah, she's just saying not quite yet.
And here's a hit. Wegman now pumped right back over by Xavier. Tapped over, back row, it's out. Ketchum wound up and spiked that one to the back row and just went over the out-of-bounds line. It's 24-22. As popping it over Xavier front set. Ketchum. Legman for the kill. Hawks over the net. There it is. Hawks get the point and they win. Regional final. Here they come. 25-22. The game 3 final in this one. And the Hawks, as we said, not a great start, but they got the job done. They responded, came back, and took care of Xavier tonight. 3 games to none.
That was a very good set. That last set was probably the most competitive set for the whole night, don't you think?
Yes.
Because, both teams were running a lot of offense. They were running a mixed-up offense. They were changing tempo up. It's nice to see that. And the nice thing about it is the back rows were battling between each other, too, because they were digging up some pretty darn good hits tonight.
Yes, indeed. As the match score, 3 games to none, total score, 75-57 in favor of the Hawks in a Class 4A Region 6 semifinal that takes 59 minutes here tonight from Seedorf Gymnasium. We will take a timeout. Start the post game next. We'll hear from Coach Mather shortly. This is West Delaware Volleyball, KMCH Sports.
For all your landscaping projects, call Jason at Phillips Landscaping in Dyersville. He specializes in retaining walls, patios, fire pits, ponds, waterfalls, flower and rock gardens, and more. Call Phillips Landscaping at 563-599-6069 for your estimate. Best of luck to all area athletes.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beaver's Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beaver's to show you a good time.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Sheer Magic has 3 full-time stylists and a nail tech, plus airbrush makeup, making them your full-service salon in Manchester. Sheer Magic is accepting new clients and walk-ins are welcome. Come into Sheer Magic today at 813 East Main in Manchester or call 563-927-4120 to make your appointment today. Go Hawks!
Banking is all about relationships at F&M. We know that relationships take time to build and nurture. They are based on trust, commitment, and loyalty. Relationships don't happen overnight or by chance. They are key to reaching the financial goals of the individual client. Building relationships with our clients and community are essential. F&M Bank, the right choice. Member FDIC.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Georgian Auto in Manchester, their approach to auto repairs is simple. Fix it right and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
And back into Seedorf Gymnasium as the West Delaware faithful are filing out here after watching their Hawks improve the record to 45-2 overall, sending Cedar Xavier home. Their season is done at 15-23. The number 1 team in Class 4A advances to the regional final on Tuesday night at Oline as they'll take on most likely Independence. Independence had to take on Orlu East tonight in Indy as we wait for that match final. But the Hawks have scanned their ticket there for Tuesday night, and they will take on either Indy or Waterloo East, Oline, 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. All the action starting here around 6:50 on Tuesday night. 25-19 in 20 minutes, 25-16 in 18 minutes, 25-22, 21 minutes. Total score 75-57 for the Hawks. Total match time 59 minutes. And again, this team just finds a way. They were down early on in this one, but they just had to get back with it a little bit. We talked about they didn't look like themselves. They had to settle in and settle down, and then they were fine.
Yeah, and that's the thing that they're really good at. They have each other to settle each other down. They can settle themselves down. That's just a good mix. If you don't have to worry about anything, get yourself back in the game, run your offense. And the thing that Xavier did in that last set, same thing. They got themselves settled down. They could have pulled that third set out if they weren't playing the number 1 team in the state. Xavier played a really good third set.
Yes, indeed. As we will take another break coming up here and wait till we can hear from the head coach of the West Delaware Hawks, Brett Mather. He will join us next. Joan, thanks for your time as always, and we will see you Tuesday night as this team tries to get back to the state tournament, as they'll try to do it against either Independence or Waterloo East Tuesday night in Owine. And here we are, another regional final berth for these Hawks as the tradition continues. This team is up there in the history books now. Their record becoming, they tied last year's win total with 45 tonight, 45-2. Last year they finished at 45-3, so they tie it tonight and try to become one of the winningest teams in history. Is just getting now to the regional final come Tuesday night. So thank you. We'll see you next week. You betcha. Always a pleasure. Yes, indeed. Joan Salo, thanks for her great insight and knowledge of West Delaware volleyball tonight, as we'll be back with the head coach of the Hawks, Brett Mather. He'll join me as the post game continues. The Hawks get the 3-0 match win tonight. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes. Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Visit them on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
A great night out awaits you at Hartridge Golf Course. Join us for Taco Tuesday and our Thursday night specials featuring roasted chicken. Watch the Iowa games with 50-cent wings and drink specials at Hartridge, north of Manchester on 195th Street.
Dunlap Motors in Independence with Chevy Buick and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. They have big town inventory with small town service. Stop and say hi. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence. And go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com. That's DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
AK Sports in Manchester offers team apparel, screen printing, hunting and fishing supplies, and more. Get your game on with AK Sports, your local sporting apparel store, and more in Manchester.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
Jude's Cafe in Manchester would like to congratulate the West Delaware volleyball team on a fantastic season. Jude's Cafe opens 7 days a week and serves breakfast at noon lunch. Best of luck to the West Delaware volleyball team from everyone at Jude's Cafe in Manchester. Go Hawks!
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
For over a century, Anderson has been helping families make their homes brighter, more comfortable, and more beautiful. They do it by making quality windows and doors, setting the bar high and raising it day after day, year after year, making Anderson the leader in doors and windows. Contact local vendor Delhi Lumber at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, has big town quality with small town service.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply free checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking at one of our 7 locations or online at csbiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Jay's Auto Supercenter on the Greater East End of Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Bonacamp Murdoch Funeral Home and Cremation Services would like to congratulate the West Delaware volleyball team on their winning season. Bonacamp Murdoch Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Manchester, proud to support the West Delaware Hawks volleyball team and wish them continued success.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
And welcome back in to Cedar Gymnasium. John Swisher back with you as we get set to close it out here, but of course, first, as we always do, we'll hear from the fine head coach of the West Delaware Hawks, Brett Mather, as his team got the win here tonight by the final of 3-0, improving the record to 45-2. Another regional final appearance. They will take on the winner of Indy and Waterloo East Tuesday night at Oldwine. As congrats, another regional final appearance, and it wasn't the prettiest tonight, but as we've talked about many times before, you don't get awarded, you don't get W's on the style.
Well, exactly. I thought we went out there. I thought we played real tense, real nervous, not a lot of energy, and it showed on the court. And actually, the beauty of it is the girls, we talked about it afterwards, and they brought those things up. You know, I wanted them to be on the same plane as I was because that's exactly where I felt. I thought we went out there, and we didn't play Hawk volleyball as far as just going out there enjoying the game and letting the game take care of itself. We worried about the outcome too much. But, you know, the result is we win 3-0. We're still moving on. You know, we're going to learn from that second round. We're going to go out and, you know, play a looser game. I'm sure we're going to be more relaxed and just play the game and let the outcome take care of itself.
Yes, indeed. It's usually it comes down when you're not playing your best. It comes down to the leaders on the floor with the Carleys and Bridgets, and for them just to say, hey, okay, let's go. Let's pick it up here a bit. You're reminding them from the sideline, but it's those floor leaders that really help make it happen as well.
Well, there's no doubt about it. You know, those girls sense that we're not playing our best here, and so we got to, you know, they've got to put that a little bit on their shoulders there, and I thought they did a great job of that. You know, Kristen had a ton of swings tonight out of power there. You know, Carly got us a couple big kills down the stretch there where we needed to. And, you know, I thought Mo did a great job in that middle back. You know, Bridge, we couldn't quite get her, you know, hooked up today, you know, and then we were just a little bit off there. But, you know, she's had a great year, and you know, they were definitely focused defensively on her, which is a good thing because then it frees up a little bit of our power hits. So, you know, you don't necessarily have to have the best category as far as kills and everything to be doing your job out there. And you know, we'll keep getting those middles involved, and I'm not too concerned about that. But I agree with you. I thought our upper class did a great job of kind of putting it on their shoulders and say, here we go. You know, let's just relax. Let's play the game a little bit. And even though we were 10th overall, I thought a few girls stood out with playing like we normally play.
And those upper class girls, they know the routine now. They know what's in front of them here. The regional final appearance, taking one match at a time, coming out and playing well and getting to trying to put yourself in position to reach your goals here, of course, which would be the state tournament, and then even higher than that, of course. So Tuesday night, either Independence or Waterloo East. Of course, Independence, a top 15 team for majority of the year. You've seen them and taken them down a couple of times. How much have you looked at both of these teams so far, looking ahead a little bit to Tuesday night?
Well, you know, like you said, Independence we know pretty well. We know kind of what they got, but you know, Waterloo East I know nothing about. We've got Ron Weber over there, so if he's on the way back home, Ron Weber, we'll see how it went over there.
We say this every year.
I think we
talk
do.
About this every year.
Ron's the man over there. But anyway, you know, so we'll see what we got. You know, if I had to predict, I would say Independence, but you never know. You never know how it's going to turn out. So, but whoever, regardless of who we play there, we just got to take care of number one. We got to take care of our side of the court. You know, I didn't think we did that extremely well tonight, but you know, I think we'll play more relaxed next time.
Having a student section, the fan community section travel over to Oldwine will help, especially big crowd on hand here tonight for this regional semi-final. The students decked out in their Halloween costumes, so bring that kind of energy. That only helps, as we've talked about it time and time again, that only helps the girls, and they feed off of it.
Oh, absolutely. You know, West Delaware Faithful is to me, the best in the state there. If you look at, we had we had a huge crowd here. We had a lot of past parents, players here. We had a lot of, school employees here. We had, and our student section did a phenomenal job there. So it was definitely a great environment to play in. It was nice and loud. It was about 100 degrees out there, but at least it felt like it anyway. But
it was warm in here tonight.
Exactly. Definitely a nice crowd out there, and we definitely thank you for that. And Old Wine definitely, we can use you over there cheering on the Hawks, hopefully to a state tournament berth.
And Cedar Rapids Xavier, a scrappy team, a very young team, 5 seniors, but 2 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 5 of those juniors and sophomores are top of their offensive list. So Coach Katie Bailey has a nice team on her hands here at Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Oh, exactly. I thought they came out and fought real well. I went and watched them play against Vinton Schellsburg, and they didn't have a whole lot of fight that night, but they did what they needed to. They still got the victory, but tonight I thought they fought extremely well, and they made us earn points. Particularly early on, there were some extremely long rallies, and both teams were kind of going at it and kind of seeing who could outlast the other team there. So, hats off to how they played tonight. I thought they did an extremely nice job. And like you said, they're going to be a team to look for in the future.
Yes, indeed. All right, man, on to another regional final. We'll be there for all the action online Tuesday night. Congrats on a regional semifinal win here tonight and improving the record to 45-2. We'll see you Tuesday night.
Absolutely. Well, as always, we appreciate what you and KMCH do for us, so thank you very much.
Absolutely. Brett Mather, fine head coach of the West Delaware Hawks here as we get set to wrap this one up here tonight. The Hawks with the 45-2 record take down Cedar Rapids Xavier. They end their season at 15-23, 3-0 win. 25-19 in 20 minutes, 25-16, 18 minutes, and in 21 minutes, the Hawks won the third and final set, 25-22. Total match score, 75-57. Total time, 59 minutes here tonight from Seedorf Gymnasium. As I want to remind you of our sports coverage, nothing tomorrow night as far as high school sports. No area volleyball. Unfortunately, all our area teams were beat out earlier in the week. Saturday, we will have the Coach's Corner with Coach Kevin Schuckman. He'll wrap up a majority of the seasons as last night in the world of playoff high school football. Only 2 of our 8 area teams moved on. That's West Delaware and Anamosa. Both of them are 10-0. They'll be playing on Monday night. We'll have a coverage Monday night from West Delaware, Brownfield here, and from Anamosa as West Delaware hosts Solon. The Blue Raiders of Anamosa host Williamsburg on Monday night. I'll have coverage on that one live on KMCH.com. Jamie, Aaron, and Bill, of course, will have all the coverage live. West Delaware football here from X94.7 and our mainstream at KMCH.com on Monday night. On Saturday, Coach's Corner at 9, then Iowa Hawkeye football, 12:30 pregame from Kinnick Stadium, Iowa City. The Hawks at 7-0 try to stay unbeaten at 8-0 against the Terps of Maryland. 2:30 kickoff time. Gary Dolphin, Eddie Podolak, and the Hawkeye Radio Network have all the action for you Saturday afternoon right here from KMCH Sports. Once again, tonight, the final. The West Delaware Hawks 3, Cedar Rapids Xavier nothing. We appreciate all 43 of our high school sports boosters, and especially our extra West Delaware postseason sponsors this season, Bonenkamp, Murdoch Funeral Home, Jude's Cafe, and Sheer Magic. Thanks to in-studio producers tonight, Rob Edwards and Rob St. John. Also thanks to Jamie Vasky for his part in the broadcast tonight as well as the on-site producer, and then Joan Salo, of course, my color commentator, and John Swisher saying, have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Thursday night, and so long, everybody, from Manchester, Iowa.
Biofield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Biofield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
Do you suffer from chronic or acute pain? Long-Term Medical Supply now offers pain relief for you with their non-prescription TENS device. Shop their convenient location